Looking from outside, mixers mainly consist of feeding mouth, the discharge mouth, and electrical control cabinet. There is a material feeding screw inside the bottom of the mixer. It connects to the upper rotary shaft. The shaft installed with stirring rod and driven motor on its top end. When press start button, the screw will send LDPE granule with talcum powder to the upper barrel for stirring. Stirred material will flow into a tall loader storage hopper from discharge mouth. A tall loader device is consist of storage hopper, screw feeding device, and drive motor. Drive motor is controlled by time relay or pressure switch. Hopper is consist of feeding mouth, level alarm device, cleaning mouth, lock valve, and discharge mouth. Discharge mouth connected to the feeding seat. The height and taper of hopper's design are based on the extruder natural feeding requirement. The feeding seat middle is designed to double layers water cooling and equipped with water inlet and outlet. Water cooling is to prevent the entry of raw material adhesive by high temperature and keep stable material feeding. First extruder is to feed raw material and compress heating plasticizing GPPS granule. Three-phase asynchronous frequency adjust motor can achieve stepless speed control. The belt tensioning can be adjusted by screw bolt tensioning after trapezoidal belt flexible connecting with reduction gearbox. Driven output is through the reduction gearbox gear and gear shaft speed deceleration according to general speed ratio 10:20. Reduction gearbox is hardened cylindrical gear made of 20 chromium manganese, titanium. Forging adapts normalizing isothermal. Gear surface hardness reach HRC 56-62 after carburizing. Quenching grinding process. Output shaft equipped with supersized thrust bearing on the front, which can withstand the screw back thrust. It has stable transmission, low noise, and high efficiency. Main motor speed adjustment inverter installed in the main electrical cabinet, and panel installed in the door surface. It's easy to set parameter and adjust the speed. Inverter is from the international brands Harlip. First extruder screw. Machine barrel and machine frame. Machine barrel material feeding zone has water cooling device and several groups of temperature heating device for setting, sensing, display, and real-time temperature feedback control, which can control temperature of barrel and screw feeding zone accurately, and have LDPE granule entered compression segment evenly. There are several groups of heating control device in screw compression segment. Stainless steel annular heating ring inner diameter is designed to be equal to outside cylindrical barrel. No gap in the barrel heating and high thermal efficiency. Screen changer connect with machine barrel via flange. Die head component are installed in screen changer directly. Die mouth gap and cold rod concentricity can be adjusted. The seal for screen exchanger is elastic wear-resistant material to ensure the skateboard long time no material leakage. Die head adapts high-temperature resistant steel which have sea-treated and not easy deform and wear. There is a group of temperature heating control device to control over the temperature on both screen changer and die mouth. Screen changer oil station is consist of drive motor, gear pump, relief valve, an accumulator and oil tank. Motor drives oil pump to change the movement direction of oil cylinder plunger, and screen changer needs to change oil direction by changing relief valve manually. Screen changer is consist of drive oil cylinder, flaps, plunger plastic ring, front and rear flange. Oil cylinder drives skateboard. There are two holes on the skateboard and inside installed with a perforated board and filter net, which is for replacement of new filter net in turn. The first extruder connects with the secondary extruder through crosshead and feed guiding tube, which covered by heating board and heating ring on surface. Each heater has a set of corresponding thermocouples and temperature control meter to control it. The secondary extruder is for material refining, temperature uniform and extruding material. Three-phase asynchronous frequency address motor can achieve stepless speed control. The bell tensioning can be adjusted by screw bolt tensioning after trapezoidal bell flexible connecting with reduction gearbox. Driven output is through the reduction gearbox gear and gear shaft speed deceleration according to general speed ratio 10:20. Reduction gearbox is hardened cylindrical gear made of 20 chromium manganese, titanium. Forging adapts normalizing isothermal. Gear surface harness reach HRC 56 to 62 after carburizing. Quenching, grinding process. Output shaft equipped with supersized thrust bearing on the front, which can withstand the screw back thrust. It has stable transmission, low noise, and high efficiency. Main motor speed adjustment inverter installed in the main electrical cabinet and panel installed in the door surface. It's easy to set parameter and adjust the speed. Inverter is from the international brand Harlip. Secondary extruder screw, machine barrel, and machine frame. In screw homogenization segment, there are several groups of temperature heating control device. Heaters are made of stainless steel heating ring, which works with thermocouple and temperature control meter for implementing the corresponding temperature zone point control to meet the technology requirement. The screw extrusion, there are several groups of temperature heating control and cooling device. Inside the aluminum ring device have both heating pipe and water channel, with each brand water loop equipped with a solenoid valve. The solenoid valve will be opened for water cooling when exceed the set temperature and turn off the water. Automatic heating when lower than the set temperature. Completed accurately the segment temperature control. Screen changer connect with machine barrel via flange. Die head component are installed in screen changer directly. Die mouth gap and coil rod concentricity can be adjusted. The seal for screen exchanger is elastic wear-resistant material to ensure the skateboard long time no material leakage. Die head adapts high-temperature resistant steel which have heat-treated and not easy to deform and wear. There is a group of temperature heating control device to control over the temperature on both screen changer and die mouth. Screen changer oil station is consist of drive motor, gear pump, relief valve, an accumulator and oil tank. Motor drives oil pump to change the movement direction of oil cylinder plunger in screen changer needs to change oil direction by changing relief valve manually. Screen changer is consist of drive oil cylinder, flaps, plunger plastic ring, front and rear flange. Oil cylinder drives skateboard. There are two holes on the skateboard and inside installed with a perforated board and filter net, which is for replacement of new filter net in turn. Gas pump driven by inverter motor. Inverter control panel is installed in the main electricity cabinet, which is easy for setting control and achieving for implementation of various speed adjustment. Gas pump works with 2 or above pistons and has steady gas input. A gas pump relief valve connected with main machine inlet relief valve by a stainless steel tube. Gas cylinders connect in series to ensure stable gas supplying. We can use high-pressure nitrogen gas to add pressure or use pneumatic pump to pump the gas out, and supply to high-pressure metering pump with certain pressure. Cooling and setting device is consist of drum, air cooling ring, blower and cutting device. The cold air blows into drum and air ring, which is to cool and stereo type the just come out sheet inside and outside. Drum outside diameter determines the width of the sheet. The drum has front and back 2 parts, which is easy to put the barrel sheet on the drum. Reduce the friction between barrel sheet and drum surface. Drum is designed to hollow for quick cooling on extruded barrel sheet after water enters. cutting blade cuts the drum-shaped sheet from the bottom of drum. Stereotypes vehicle can move in ground rail. Drum needs to move backward before put on the sheet and move forward after finished for cooling. Tractors consist of machine frame, inverter motor, reduction gearbox, traction rollers, discharge roller and several guiding rollers. Inverter control panel is installed in small electricity cabinet to control driven motor variable speed adjustment and drives the traction roller via reduction gearbox, chair gear and chain. Traction roller rotary speed can change the thickness of the sheet. The discharge roller in tractor sheet out area is for flattening. In tractor sheet in and out places are equipped with static eliminator high-pressure bar. The electricity comes from the same high-voltage generator in the bottom of traction frame. One of traction roller shaft end installed with the encoder, which pulse signal is accumulated by PLC high-speed counter in small electric cabinet to accumulate the length of the sheet coil, which can achieve sheet length setting, accumulating and counting alarm. Winders consist of machine frame, torque motor, chain and sprockets. Worm, winding shaft, voltage regulator control corresponding shaft torque motor in small electric cabinet, and drives winding shaft by chain and sprockets. On the top of winder frame, there are one guiding roller and two pieces high-pressure static eliminator bars, which will carry out the sheet static treatment on both sides. And the electricity for static eliminator is from high-voltage generator on the top of winder. Winding shaft has tensioning device, which achieves contraction and expansion via shaft head cylinder action.